or should I say, we, the monolinguals. By now, it is no secret that Americans tend to slack in learning other languages. In fact, only about 20% of our population know two or more languages, 50% of which are in urban areas. This compares to in Europe, where in every country it is above 50%. Let this sink in a bit. As scary as it is, that 20% is exponentially decreasing every year. By now, it is a known fact that Americans tend to slack in adopting other languages, the reason for which nobody knows. No matter, many US citizens are missing out on a once in a lifetime opportunity. In my opinion documentary, I will cover the three most important reasons why you should learn, know, speak, and appreciate more languages. Knowing another language and its associated cultures, attitudes, values, and norms opens more doors than would otherwise be available to you. Cognitive. As Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, a German writer and statesman, once said, "Those who know nothing of foreign languages know nothing of their own." By learning another language, you open the door to a greater comprehension and fuller appreciation of your first language and culture. That in turn allows you to communicate more fluidly with more understanding and empathy. Not only does it help you understand your native language, however, it also increases your intelligence and brain capacity. In fact, it improves your memory and attention by up to 20%, increases your math skills by 12.5%, and helps score 10% higher on standardized tests. Many studies, in fact, particularly led by Brian Gold, PhD at Kentucky University, show that it lessens the risks of Alzheimer's, dementia, and other mental disorders. Though it is easier to learn a language at a younger age, when some people get old enough, their brains reopen channels that allow them to learn things they never did in their childhood. This just goes as much to say that it's never too late to start learning a new language. Language is a tool that can open many doors for you in life. You can go to school, do things, travel the world, and you'll understand the culture and what's happening around you, because you understand the language there. And also, when you go, it creates a link between yourself and the culture you're visiting. Career. Though it is a shorter point, it is just as important. If you're looking for a job, knowing another language just might come in handy. 9 out of 10 employers prefer candidates with language skills. Not only that, when they do get employed, they earn an average of a 20% higher wage. You will also stand out from the crowd, from other Americans, that is. As we know, 20% of Americans know 2 or more languages. So, if you are out of many looking to get the same position, your chances of getting it drastically increase. Enough about getting jobs though. Knowing more languages opens more opportunities for newer encounters. This could lead someone to travel the world for their work or dispute over politics between different nations. Perhaps you'll do this one day, but regardless, the languages you know can define you and your career. They don't make your career, however, they only shape it. It's important to learn another language because it can open doors to other cultures and people, and that allows us to see the world
to a more well-rounded person, because you can speak a different language that isn't necessarily where you live, like prominent where you live, and when you learn a new language, it's like opening up another world. You're able to communicate with a bunch of other people, and you get to learn about a bunch of new cultures where they speak that language, and I think it's just really cool.
Last but not least, social. As Nelson Mandela once said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. The world around us, close and far, provides opportunities for engaging with people from a variety of backgrounds every day. Go explore the world, meet new people, and make more friends. After all, 75% of the world does not speak English, even though it is the language of business, politics, and the internet. That means out of our 7.2 billion people in the world, only about 339 million people speak English. Be it for personal enrichment, professional advancement, or simply to connect with our increasingly diverse citizenry, being able to understand people different from ourselves provides us with skills that help advance the effectiveness of our society as a whole. Whether you're looking for the best restaurant in town or you're seeking an out-of-the-way spot that others don't usually discover, knowing another language improves your chances of making the most of your travels. Being able to speak informally with locals, even just to create that initial bond, gives you access to an experience reserved only to those who have the confidence, courage, and language skill to do so.
It's a little world inside of a bigger world, and I think that we really get caught up in our little world of the United States, and I think if we can open up another language and go to other countries and speak to other people, I think we can learn a lot more about ourselves, more about the world, and more about the other people.
A lot of people in the United States only speak English, and it's not only good to be able to immerse yourself into another culture and another country, but also you can make connections with people who also have a passion for learning this other language.
So, regardless if you're an American or not, nothing can stop you from learning another language except yourself. Sadly, this is the case around the world. The once near 6,000 languages the world once knew are now about a few hundred. Our ancestors long ago spoke to each other in those tongues, and it is our duty to make sure we speak them too. When a language is passed down, it will never be exactly the same. There will always be a new idiom created or more slang to use. That, however, is the beauty of language. People from around the world can interpret it according to their culture and still be able to connect with others. Language builds new bridges, from people across oceans to lost family to your inner self. The possibilities are endless, and I could not imagine my world in just English. We, the Monolinguals, it's our time to rewrite history, not just in our language, but the languages of all.